Google AI Studio, Antigravity build entire apps from one prompt. You've been building apps the hard way. Hours of coding, debugging, switching between 10 different tools, and by the time you're done, you're exhausted and the idea feels old. There is a better way now. Google just changed everything about how apps get built, and if you're not using this yet, you're spending way more time than you need to. Hey, I'm Christina. I help people learn and use AI tools to work smarter and save time. And today we're talking about one of the biggest updates I've seen in AI-assisted development this year. Google AI Studio is now powered by something called Antigravity, and what it lets you do is genuinely hard to believe until you see it. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what it is, what it can do, how it works, and how to get started right now. So let's get into it. First, let me give you the full picture of what just happened, because this is not just a small feature update. Google had a problem. For the past year or so, they had all these AI tools. AI Studio for testing prompts, Antigravity for agentic coding, Firebase Studio for deployment, Jules for async tasks, Gemini CLI for terminal work, all of them doing slightly different things. Developers were opening 6 tabs just to build one app. It was messy, it was confusing, and it was slowing everyone down. So Google drew a clean line. AI Studio handles the what. You design, experiment, prototype your idea. Antigravity handles the how. It plans, builds, tests, and deploys. Now the two work together in one place, for free. Antigravity was announced on November 18, 2025, alongside the release of Gemini 3. And unlike every other AI coding tool you've used, it's not a chatbot sitting in a sidebar. The agents inside Antigravity have direct access to your editor, your terminal, and your browser. They plan tasks, write code, install packages, run tests, and verify that the app actually works, all on their own. You give it the goal, it handles the steps. So let's talk about the 5 features that make this update genuinely important. Feature 1. Full-stack apps from a single prompt. AI Studio Build used to only handle client-side apps, simple prototypes, front-end only. Now it supports server-side logic as well. You can connect to external APIs, manage secrets securely, install packages from NPM, and build apps that actually do things in the real world. All from one prompt. Feature 2. Multiplayer experiences. Because multiplayer requires server-side state management, this was impossible in AI Studio until now. According to Google's official documentation, you can literally prompt something like, "Make this a multiplayer game where players can see each other's cursors," and the agent builds it. Real-time state, synced sessions, multiple users interacting with the same app at the same time. Feature 3. Firebase integration. AI Studio Build now lets you connect Firestore databases and Firebase authentication directly inside your build. Data that persists between sessions, user-specific storage, login flows, the kind of infrastructure that used to take days to set up manually. Feature 4. Server-side app generation. Previously, if your internet dropped or you closed the tab mid-build, you could lose progress. Now generation happens server-side. Close the tab, open a different device, and your app is still building or already done. Nothing lost. Feature 5. Expanded framework support. Before this update, AI Studio Build only supported JavaScript and React. Now it supports Next.js and Angular as well. More flexibility for developers to use the tools they already know. All right, I have to pause here for a second because when I first started exploring this kind of multi-tool AI workflow, I was honestly overwhelmed. There were so many platforms, and I kept wasting time figuring out which one to use and how they all connected. That's when I found a community called AI Profit Boardroom. Over 2,000 members all focused on learning AI together and sharing what actually works. It taught me which workflows save time versus which ones waste it. The community shares real use cases and practical implementations. If you're serious about using AI to improve your work and skills, check it out. Link in description. Now let me walk you through what actually happens when you build an app with this. You go to aistudio.google.com, Open the Build section and type your idea in one sentence. The Antigravity agent reads that and generates an implementation plan first. It shows you the tech stack it's going to use and a breakdown of the proposed changes. You can leave feedback, adjust it, and tell it to proceed. Once you approve, it creates a task list and starts executing. It scaffolds the code, installs the packages it needs, sets up the server-side logic, and connects your database if you asked for one. Here's the part that really separates this from older tools. The agent generates what Google calls artifacts. These are verifiable deliverables, task lists, implementation plans, screenshots, browser recordings of the app actually running, so you're not just trusting that the code is right. You can see exactly what the agent did and why. And if something looks off, you leave feedback directly on the artifact and the agent incorporates it without stopping what it's doing. When you're ready to test multiplayer, you just open the app in 2 browser tabs or share the link. No separate testing environment needed. Now on model support. Antigravity isn't locked to just one AI model. Google's official launch blog confirms it supports Gemini 3 Pro as the primary model, plus Claude 4.5 from Anthropic. So you can switch models depending on what you're building. That's something tools like Cursor and GitHub Copilot don't offer. Let me now talk about where all of this is heading, because it's bigger than one tool update. Most people still think of AI coding tools as assistants that help you write faster. What Antigravity is showing us is a different model entirely. You define the goal. Agents plan and execute the work. Your role shifts from writing every line to directing the outcome. The developers who build the best apps going forward won't necessarily be the ones who know the most syntax. They'll be the ones who are best at describing what they want and giving clear feedback. Prompt design becomes the most important skill. One thing I want to be honest about, though. This is powerful but not perfect. There is currently a limit of 5 active apps in AI Studio Build. The agent can be slower than the old system when creating and updating apps. And deploying to Cloud Run using Express.js is not fully supported yet. Firebase login can also be inconsistent in apps published through Cloud Run. For learning, prototyping, and building apps from scratch, it's excellent. For full production deployments with advanced infrastructure, you may need additional setup outside of AI Studio. To get started, go to aistudio.google.com. Open the Build feature, type your idea, review the implementation plan, approve it, and watch it build. If you want the full standalone Antigravity IDE for more complex local development, download it at antigravity.google. Also free in public preview. If you're looking to dive deeper into AI tools and actually implement them in your work, I recommend AI Profit Boardroom. Over 2,000 people learning how to use AI effectively. Everyone shares real experiences. What's working, what's not, which tools are worth your time, which ones to skip, no hype, just solid information and practical guidance from people doing the work. It's helped me stay on top of updates and figure out how to actually apply them. Link in description if you want to check it out. And if you want the full process, SOPs, and 100+ AI use cases like this one, join the AI Success Lab. Links in the comments and description. You'll get all the video notes from there, plus access to our community of 58,000 members who are crushing it with AI. If this video helped you, hit subscribe. I cover AI tools every week with a focus on what actually works and how to use it. I'll see you in the next one.